Marvin Strombo is getting ready to make a journey back in time, to a place of healing and redemption.
Mr. Strombo, I just need your autograph right over here so that your passport is valid.
The 93-year-old World War II veteran is traveling from Oregon to a remote Japanese village to return a flag he took off the body of a dead Japanese soldier in 1944.
And I had it displayed in my cabinet there, so a lot of people saw it.
The attack on Saipan was an affair that cut right across Japanese strategy in the Pacific.
Strombo was in a specialized platoon of scouts and snipers with the 2nd Marine Division's 6th Regiment during the Battle of Saipan in the South Pacific. While behind enemy lines near the Japanese-held town of Garapan, he got lost from his squad and spotted something on the ground.
I looked down, and there the body of the Japanese soldier was.
The soldier also had something white peeking out of his jacket, a Japanese flag covered with calligraphy. The 20-year-old Strombo hesitated, then took the flag as a souvenir.
You know, I knew it was sacred to him and special, but then I realized that if I didn't, somebody else would, and it might be lost forever. So I reached over and took it gradually, and I kind of made a promise that I'd return it.
For 7 decades, Strombo kept the flag, but not his promise. Then, in 2012, the son of his commanding officer contacted him. He was writing a book about Strombo's platoon. Last fall, he took the flag to the Oban Society, a nonprofit based in Oregon that helps U.S. veterans and their descendants return flags like his to the families of Japanese soldiers.
We knew that it would be important and emotional to the family in Japan. But what we really didn't have any idea of is how important it was for the Americans or the British or Australians who have them to return them.
The Oban Society identified the dead soldier as Yasue Sadeo. He came from a tiny mountain village in central Japan. Before he headed off to war, 180 villagers signed his flag. The team found that 7 of them are still alive, including his younger brother and 2 sisters.
And we thought maybe a grand nephew or something, maybe, but here we find a brother and 2 sisters. Was quite exciting.
The siblings had no idea how their brother died in the war. He just never came home. Now Strombo will tell them, in person, and have a chance to bring his own journey full circle. Strombo was almost killed in an ambush just before he found the flag. He wonders if he survived for a reason.
It's almost like he wanted me to find him, you know.
Unfurling memories, to honor a fellow soldier, an enemy no more. Gillian Flackis, Associated Press, Portland, Oregon.
Master Sergeant David Deal held his daughter tight for 5 days before he was deployed, and now arriving today at the airport was like seeing his daughter for the first time all over again. Holding balloons and signs, baby Kylie Marie and family await to see Master Sergeant David Deal. His wife, Megan Deal, tells me it's been a long 5 months.
Very nervous. Excited and nervous. I'm gonna be a runner.
As soon as she saw her husband, she took off.
Come on out and see your baby.
And into Daddy's arms, Kylie Marie went.
Look at that. Look who's that.
She's a lot bigger. Actually being able to hold her again, both her and the wife, it's actually really nice.
So how much has changed in the days Daddy and daughter have been apart?
She rolls over now. He missed all of the colic that she had. All the sleepless nights.
Very different. She was just a tiny little monkey.
Master Sergeant Deal says it's been tough.
Family's very important to me, so yeah, it definitely kind of made it tough. I knew what I signed up for when I joined, and it was something I had to do.
His father happy to see his son home safe and reunited with his family.
Not having him there makes a difference. I'm just so glad he's home. I'm so proud of him.
With signs in hand, they gathered and waited. They've been waiting 365 days.
The time goes by and you can't bring that time back.
Rebecca Moore is incredibly proud of her 24-year-old son. He spent the last year in Iraq and Syria working to defeat ISIS, but not seeing him is tough.
A roller coaster.
What do you mean?
Ups, downs, sadness, happiness when I hear from him, just letting us know that he's okay.
And then it came. The 135 paratroopers with the 18th Airborne Corps marched in. The applause and reunions not far behind. There were tears and plenty of hugs.
My wife did an excellent job of making sure that I had pictures every day, videos of my son. We video chatted. So we use technology a lot to make sure that I didn't miss that much.
I'm going to play Legos with him today, and he's going to cut the grass, and we're going to pick the weeds today.
Clearly, his 7-year-old son has a lot planned for him. We also checked back in with Moore and her son.
It's unbelievable. I can't describe how, there's no words that can describe how you feel after being gone for a year.
It was just really nice to give him a hug again, just knowing he's home safe.
Another reminder of the service and sacrifice these service members and their families make for our country. Amy Cutler, CBS, North Carolina.
Joining us today, we have Jacob Jr., we have Jordan, Riley, 19 months old Kaden, and Mom Kristen. Everybody give it a nice big aww. On behalf of those of us here at Beeline Studios, we're incredibly proud to help you with this beautiful moment here, reuniting you with your family after that long 6 months. And on behalf of those of us here, we would like to say thank you for your service. And not only that, in just a moment, we are going to take a beautiful family photo with this guy.
You know, in the military, we say a warrior dies twice. First time is when he draws his last breath. The second time is when somebody speaks his name for the last time. You know how when you do something that touches you, you know it. I'm not Michelangelo, but I know the world that these people were operating in. I know what they went through. And I do have some ability to sculpt, so that's what I want to do. So I already told you I grew up a rock's throw from here on the other side of the field, here in downtown Tuscaloosa, and very naturally went to university. My father had been in banking, so I studied finance, used that degree to go into the Marine Corps and become an infantry officer and live in holes in the mud and on board ship for the next 4 years. As I was coming to the end of my my first tour on active duty, I got married. You know, wanted to raise a family, wanted to be around to do that. So I got out and stayed in the reserve, which really proved to be a very good move for me. Of course, what typically happens here is you break a button off just 5 minutes before you're supposed to be it. Think you can do this? So I retired, really retired in right at the end of 2013. And by that time I was beginning to play with some clay in my spare time. And nothing serious. People ask me, how did you get started? And I don't know. I don't remember a start point. I don't remember ever thinking, gosh, I want to do this. I just picked up some clay and started playing with it. You know, kind of progressed from kids' Play-Doh figures to things that started looking remotely like human beings. And you know, I knew very early on though that what I liked doing was portraiture, people's faces. And for me, a face is like a puzzle. You look at somebody and you try to figure out, I recognize that person instantly, but what is it about them that makes me and everybody else recognize them? What gesture or what combination of things in just the right proportions make that person that person? Because of my background, because of the two things overlap in the military and the interest in the sculpture, started digging up some of the Alabamians who'd been killed in Iraq or Afghanistan, and there's a lot. There's too many. I just began immersing myself more and more into that and decided that I would contact one of the families and see if they were open to me trying to do a sculpture of their son. And in this case, it was Johnny Spann up in North Alabama. And his son, Mike, had been a Marine captain and then was first American killed after we cranked up in Afghanistan. He was working for the CIA at the time. So Johnny Spann listened to me on the phone, and I mean, you know, that's kind of a strange call to get 10 or 12 years after your loved one has been killed over there, but he listened patiently, said he'd come down. He eventually did. We met and got started, and ultimately, after several meetings of coming down, got the likeness like we wanted it, and cast it. I'm very happy with it and proud and glad that the people who helped, and that the Spann family got behind it. And working with the parents, it's very difficult for them, more difficult than I can imagine. You know, in general, most of these young people were killed in 04, 05, 06, 07. So when you go to talk to somebody about that, you know, they've put the worst of the pain away I mean, they've dealt with it. And now you ask them, I want you to sit down with me and let's recreate a likeness of your son. That's emotionally tough stuff. I think what motivates them to incur that pain is very simply, you know, wanting their son or husband remembered. And I think it takes a lot of emotional bravery and courage to do it. In the doing of it, I'm pretty sure I saw some healing too. You know, when you see a smile spread across the face, when you get it, you know, when that likeness starts to come together, and you know, boom, okay, that's him.
Ready?
Hey! That's it. Surprise!
Por eso llegamos.
Bien aquí el tío.
¿Por no dijiste que? Todos sabíamos, menos tú y papá. Hi, Nati. Hi, baby. Aww.
¿Por qué me mintieron?
Oh God, it's so funny.
I didn't even know he was here. You knew? You little.
I didn't know he was here right now.
Yes, wait, not a week.
Oh, by the way, I hope you kept receipts for all the presents. We're taking them back.
Oh, no, we're not.
Yeah, we are, because it's what we had to spend to get his money.
Always content to let me shine, 'cause that's your way. You always walked a step behind. Did you ever know that you're our hero? And everything we would like to be. We can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath their wings. Congratulations, sir.
Charlie. Hey, Haley. Haley. Shut the door. Walk over here and hang out with you. He's home, Haley.
Oh, my grandma. Oh, I'm glad you finally got here. Wow, good.
Now we got
Yeah,
pictures of Haley
today. How are you?
And now I get